Hi guys! So this is the first video from the World Teams Championships in Poland, Wrocław. I think this is now called the Olympiad, although I don't have nearly enough experience with these kinds of things to know for sure. So a little bit of backstory. We played in the round robin for the first 6 days, and for the women's event they actually split it into 2 groups. So we were in the second group along with the other tough teams in our group: France, Poland, at least one more was pretty decent if I recall, but not coming to mind off the top of my head. Anyway, we finished second in our round robin, which qualified 8 teams, and being the second place team, we got the second choice of one of the bottom 4 teams who had qualified in the other bracket. So France got first choice and they picked Spain, so we went ahead and we picked Australia. And we actually had a little bit of a scare against Australia. They had a nice set in the second quarter, the second session, whatever, it's not really a quarter. And we were actually down 30 something, but we picked it back up and we went into the final segment with a pretty comfortable lead of 100 or so. And so that was a nice win. So then the bracket was set, of course, and the next day we were to play Sweden. And so the Swedish team was 6-handed. They had Ida Gronqvist and Emma Ovelius, Pia or Pia, apologies if I pronounced it incorrectly, Anderson and Catherine Berteau, and Ida's mother, Maria Gronqvist, and I think her partner was Catherine Ales. Again, not very good at pronunciation, but they did not play this particular segment. In this segment, I was playing with Beth Palmer, and as you can see, Beth Palmer is playing with Carrie Sanborn in this segment, which is not correct. That was actually me. Our team captain accidentally submitted the wrong name, but we got it changed in time, so then I did get to play. And we played against Anderson and Berteau, and at the other table, Toby Sokolo played with Janice, and she played against Emma Ovelius and Ida Gronqvist. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So the very first board of the semifinals, my partner opened 1 heart. So it started pass, 1 heart, pass to me, and I had an interesting decision. I had the kind of hand where, we could certainly make a game. 2 hearts is definitely an underbid. Limit raise is an overbid in the sense that partner is going to be looking for slam and it might be wrong. So I did something very strange here in standard, which is I just jumped to 4 hearts. And part of the reason I did this is that it does look very weird, but my right-hand opponent almost pulled out the 2 club bid and then changed her mind. So I decided that because she did this and my lefty was a passed hand, that she had club values, a club suit, but then she decided that her hand wasn't quite good enough to overcall. So in that case, I decided that my partner had a pretty good hand, and so we were probably making a game, so I wanted to be there. And so of course I could have bid 2 hearts on that basis, but I just decided to bid 4 hearts, jam up the auction, and it might make their lead a little difficult too, just because they might think I have a different kind of hand than I have. So she led her singleton, unsurprisingly. And my partner won this and roughed the first club. And now she took a heart finesse, which was ducked, and a second heart finesse, which was won. She shifted to a spade to the king, and her partner tried to cash the ace of spades, but then my partner ruffed and claimed the balance. They could have taken 1 more trick if she had given her partner a diamond ruff, but not very consequential here. So the next board, again, more action. My partner opened 3 spades for a seat white on red, which for us can be very light, and my righty doubled. And now I have this kind of interesting hand where I have very strong spade values, and of course I have a 16 count, but my hand itself is not very good. So I could very easily be going down in four spades. With a double on my right, it's much more likely, of course, that we're making four spades because the finesses are working. So I went ahead and bid four spades. And my lefty bid five diamonds, which went pass to me. And of course I'm not bidding five spades because I don't think that I have any shot of making it. But I also don't really think that they're going to be making five diamonds either, so I doubled. It looks like I have two aces and the king of diamonds, most likely as tricks, and possibly the queen of clubs if I don't have a spade trick, if there's a spade void for some reason. So Beth, I think in the morning she didn't have her coffee yet, so she forgot to lead the king of spades here. So she led a low spade, and I won. And then I thought for a while about the shapes of the hand and whether I needed to cash the ace of clubs now, because holding jack 10 third, I can see that the hearts may be running. But of course I can also see that I have king and one diamond as a stopper, so I can cash the ace of clubs later. Eventually I decided that it was almost impossible, that Declare had the shape where she was roughing my club, and I could see that my partner was never getting in, so I just went ahead and cashed it, just in case I had miscalculated and it might be going away. And so then Declare thought for a while and decided to take a diamond finesse, which lost, of course, and then that was the rest of the tricks. Obviously on a club lead or a club shift, then we could get two clubs for 500. So at the other table they had the same auction but didn't double five diamonds, so we pushed this board. And it's so weird looking at my name saying Sanborn. Anyway, so here I went ahead and opened one club on my 11 count, as is our style. And it went pass, one heart. South bid two diamonds, and I went ahead and bid two hearts. North bid two spades here, which is a little weird, but I guess their agreement is probably that it shows four spades and diamond support. So my partner here has five hearts, knowing that we have a 9-card heart fit, went by the law of total tricks and bid three hearts. So South led a spade, her partner's suit. And there's not really that much to the play here. It looks like you have a spade loser, a club loser, two diamonds, and a heart loser. So basically if the hearts are 2-2, if you can pick up hearts for only one loser, then you'll be down one, almost certainly. If the hearts are, unless, somehow you can throw in someone and force them to give you a rough and slough. For example, if South had only two cards in one of the black suits. Now, so as it turns out, the hearts were ace-jack third, so there was another heart trick coming for the defense. And of course, because South had a singleton heart, then she had three cards in both black suits, so there was nothing really to be done here. Beth did as well as she could by stripping the diamond suit, and then when the opponents were in, they were forced to lead a club, but of course, the holding is such that they could still get their club trick. So at the other table, our hands sold out to three diamonds, so we lost a couple imps here. So the next board, I opened one heart, and my partner bid a spade, and now South overcalled two diamonds. So I made a support double, and North bid two spades, cubed. And it went pass, South bid two no, and North went ahead and raised to three no trump. And so here I had a few options. I could have led my partner's suit, a spade, or I could have led a heart. But here I decided to just lead the third suit, the unbid suit, which was a club. So from my perspective here, a heart is not particularly attractive because partner never raised hearts, and my heart spots are very weak. So in order for a heart lead to be right, I would have to catch my partner with, it's almost no heart holding that I could really catch my partner with. basically ace and one heart, and the hearts must be 3-3, and they must need to drive out a club trick or the ace of spades for the trick, which is very unlikely because Declare sounds like she has the king of spades. I also didn't want to lead a spade because I didn't want to just give Declare the king of spades, so it seemed likely that a club lead might be right because I know partner has values, but not any spade values, and, probably not any heart values, and they bid diamonds, so it seemed very likely I might be able to catch partner with the ace or king, or maybe even the ace king of clubs. Then we could just beat it off the top. So that's what I decided to do. I led the jack of clubs here. Again, my style was to just usually lead high from these holdings. I did lead low a few times, just when the auction calls for it, but here the high lead feels safer and more descriptive to partner, so then they know what kind of club holding I have. So, of course, Berthaud went up with the ace of clubs because she absolutely could not afford East to win the king of clubs and put a spade through. And then she went ahead and ran a bunch of diamonds, as one does. So now Beth hung on to two hearts to try to keep the illusion that she might have king and one heart, but unfortunately, the way the pitching was such that the declarer could just take the heart finesse safely. And then she could also exit with a spade safely because we had both pitched enough clubs that it couldn't really matter. So we went ahead and cashed the club, and then Beth had to lead either to the king of spades or the heart. So pretty well played. At the other table, they also made 5 in a similar fashion, I believe. So next board, South opened 1 club, and I don't overcall on 4-card suits a lot, but if I were to do it, this would be the kind of hand and situation I would do it. Basically, I would do it when I'm non-vulnerable, so if it goes terribly wrong, I'm only going for 50 a trick. And then I generally like to have very good spot cards, so Ace, Jack, 10, 4th is good enough for me. I would never overcall on Ace, King, empty 4th because that's just, that's not a suit that I really want to suggest as trumps, if my partner is going to be raising me on 3 cards. So anyway, I did bid a heart. North made a negative double. And went past, South jumped to 3 spades, and North bid 4 spades. Sigh. So I went ahead and led the Queen of Diamonds, pretty normal lead. They won the ace and partner encouraged. And now Declare had a few different lines available to her. She probably thought that the hearts were 5-1, so that was a little concerning because it looks like then that right off the top now you have ace of spades, ace of hearts, and a heart ruff. But luckily, if that does happen, you'll have trump control and probably won't have any issues navigating the rest of the hand. The most problematic scenario, of course, is if you're trying to ruff things and the trumps aren't breaking and the clubs aren't breaking. But here the hand is actually very friendly. So she went ahead and played a spade to the king, and for lack of anything better to do, I won it and continued a diamond. And she ruffed, cashed the queen of spades, getting the good news that the first suit is splitting. Now she decided to lead a heart up here because she needs a heart trick. And when the king held here, she decided to just draw the jack, the last spade. And now I believe she can count that she has already 5 tricks in the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 tricks in the bag plus the ace, king, queen of clubs is 8, and the spade is 9, and the queen of hearts, when she leads it up, is going to be 10. So she's guaranteed to make her contract now. Of course, with the clubs behaving in such a nice way, she actually ended up making 11 tricks here. Again, another push board. So on to board 6 now. My partner opened multi, and South doubled, and I elected to bid 3 hearts, pass or correct. And it went pass, pass, double, and now North bid 3 no trump. So my partner led the Jack of Hearts from Queen Jack 6, as we lead Rousseau here. So Declare won the ace. And so there's a few things that you can see immediately from this hand, which is from your hand you can see that you're going to have very little to do on defense. The other thing is that you can see that despite how strong your spades are, you're never going to be able to set them up, because in order for them to set up, partner needs to lead them through twice, essentially, and which is never going to happen, because partner's not going to be able to get in twice on this hand, nor are they going to work out to lead a spade, necessarily. So they won the ace, and now she decided to duck a club right away, to try to set up a club trick, and hopefully not get an immediate spade shift. So my partner decided to shift to... Now we play negative smith here, so I did smith her negatively in clubs, telling her that I don't like hearts. Of course I prefer spades, and also I don't have the 10 of hearts. So she didn't feel like she could play a heart, which was correct, and she decided to shift to a diamond. So now Declare won the queen and cashed a bunch of stuff. And of course the only thing that I needed to do here was pitch away all my spades and keep all my side cards as much as possible, because of course we already know that the spades are not going to set up for us. So here she cashed the clubs and found out that they did not break. So she cashed the king of spades and king of hearts and exited a spade to me, at which point I cashed my tricks and threw my partner in. Actually, I think I just cashed one spade and threw my partner in, but same result. At the other table, I think they hung on to one spade too many, so had to concede a spade trick to the dummy at the end. So we picked up another 1 imp. Very thrilling board so far. So here North opened week 2 spades. I think this was a week 2. Oh, it was in 3rd seed, so it could be a little more wide-ranging. Beth is close to making a takeout double, but she's a little too off shape, so she decided to pass. And of course I'm not close to doing anything, so I passed. And she went ahead and led the ace of hearts, pretty normal lead, and I discouraged. And here she shifted to a club, and they played the 9, so I could have played the jack, which would mean that Declare would have to purposefully double hook the club to pitch their heart loser. But I decided to play low, hoping that just Declare didn't have a fast entry to the board. And now she played the queen of spades to my partner's ace, and my partner tried a diamond shift here, which would have been fine, but unfortunately, with the club set up, and now she has the entry, the heart eventually went away on the ace of clubs. So she made 10 tricks. So a good thing we weren't playing match points here. Our teammates were in 3 spades making 3, so we lost 1 imp here. So now we're on to the 8th board. So I opened 1 club, my partner bid a spade, and I have 8, 10, 14, 18 points, so pretty normal reverse here. Some people rebid 2 no trump on these hands. I find that playing in standard, it's very important to describe your suits and your shape, and you don't want to show your hand as balanced, especially when you have a stiff ace here, because the stiff ace pulls so much more weight. If you are in a suit contract, you could very easily miss a minor suit slam if you rebid 2 no trump, or you could be playing 3 no trump with no play when you're called for 5 of a minor. So all those things, I think 2 diamonds is just clear. Now partner bid 2 hearts, which is usually a weak hand, and I bid 2 no trump, which is non-forcing. And partner thought for a while and decided to just bid 3 clubs. So she was right on the cusp of maybe showing values by bidding 3 clubs directly, but I think she decided, since 2 of her points were jacks and she was 4 triple 3, that, is not a very good hand. So when I bid 2 no trump also, I basically showed a singleton spade, so she couldn't really see us playing 3 no trump at this point, so she just bid 3 clubs. Against 3 clubs, they let a trump, which is maybe their best lead. Probably their best lead is a spade, so trump probably their second best lead. So here it looks like I have 3 entries to the board, might as well use them. So I used my first entry to lead a diamond up, which held. Now I used my second entry, and I decided that I was too scared to lead a diamond up, so I would just go ahead and plan to use my next entries to take a double finesse in hearts. But when I led a heart, of course, since both the honors are on side, she split, and then I drew the last trump and used that entry to lead a diamond up. And when diamonds were 3-3 with the ace on side, I ended up making 5. And the other table had a same auction and a similar play to also make 5 for a push. So next board, North open 1 club and partner has exactly 15 points. Pretty ratty 15, but you kind of have to bid on these hands, otherwise the opponents may steal from you. So you certainly don't want to miss a vulnerable game by passing these hands. So she bid a no trump and South made a penalty double. And we were playing systems odd, except redouble was to get out in a minor, so I just went ahead and transferred to 2 spades. And no one could really double 2 spades. Now if you look at the hand, of course, you can see that my partner has to lose a spade, 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 2 clubs, which is a lot of tricks. That's going to be down 2. And basically, as long as South is not just randomly leading out aces, she is going to lose these tricks. So she played a heart to the ace, and a diamond came through, and she didn't have enough information to know that she could just play a diamond back from her side, so she tried a low club, hoping to catch her partner with any club on her. And went a club to the king, queen, king, and now Beth played a low spade out of hand. And North won the jack and tried the 8 of clubs back through. And here she cashed and now played a diamond. And Beth now tried a heart, but she cashed the heart and cashed the diamond. The good news, of course, is that Beth finally managed to get to the dummy to finesse North for the king of spades. So we were down 2. Again, same results at the other table. So now we've played 9 boards and basically nothing has happened here. So here South opens 1 heart, and I have pretty normal 12 count, so of course I pass. North bid a spade and South rebid 2 hearts, which I think they must be playing something a little weird, because of course she didn't have the 6 hearts that she... Actually, I think it's possible she just bid 2 clubs and the auction is wrong, but I'm not sure. I don't really remember. Anyway, I do know they ended up in 2 hearts. So against 2 hearts, I went ahead and just led a diamond. Not a lead that I love, but the other leads looked worse. And Beth turned up with ace, king, queen of diamonds, which was a nice start. Now Declare played the queen of hearts, and I won the king. And here I am again, with no more diamonds to play, so I have to play a spade or club. Neither of them look great. So eventually I decided that because dummy had pretty good spade spots, it's unlikely that a spade shift was going to cost anything. I think it was looking like Declare was 2-5, 2-4, so I hope that I would catch my partner here. Either with, the Declare not having more than a singleton spade, and then just playing the ace, or whatever. So I just played a spade. It's probably silly, but luckily Declare had queen jack of spades, so it didn't cost. Now she played another heart. I won the heart. And I played another spade, because why not, when she let run around, since the other one had worked so beautifully. She continued a heart, drawing my second to last trump, and now she just started cashing winners, and eventually I got my last trump, and she made 2. And at the other table, they had an unfortunate series of plays to go down in 2 hearts. So finally here we lose some amount of imps. Here we lost 5 imps. So now, and this is a dumb auction. This is not how the auction happened. So how the auction happened is North opened 1 heart, and Beth passed, and South bid 1 spade, and now I was a passed hand, so I decided to come in with a takeout double here. Now, over the takeout double, North bid 2 diamonds instead of rebidding her heart suit, and Beth decided to bid 3 clubs. And now South felt like she had enough to raise her partner's diamonds, so she bid 3 diamonds. And I could have doubled this because I thought that 3 diamonds was probably going down, but the thing is that I wasn't sure, and also I didn't know if I could beat 3 hearts or not. So I passed, North passed, and Beth thought for a very long time and finally passed it out, which was the right decision on this board, I believe. So in 3 diamonds, you have to lose a club, you have to lose 2 hearts, and you have to lose 2 diamonds. And there is really nothing to the hand apart from that. She went about setting up her heart tricks, but eventually had to lose a diamond to me, and then had to lose the long diamond to me as well for down 1. And our teammates at the other table stopped in 2 hearts, so we had a nice part score pickup here to be back within 2 imps. So here North opened a club, partner bid a heart, South bid a spade, and I went pass, and North rebid her club suit. Now we were silent, so South Q-bid, and I doubled. And North redoubled, which per their agreement shows something like 3 small 1 hearts. So it went pass, and South rebid her spade suit, and North just bid 3 clubs. So I think South now just decided to try 3 no trump, because she knew that they didn't really have a good fit here, a good fit in hearts with 3 small opposite ace third. They had a bunch of losers, so 5 of a minor was not really looking so great. She of course didn't know that her partner had a spade void that would allow her to pitch her heart losers on the ace king of spades, actually. Anyway, I had a completely normal lead. I led my partner's suit, and I continued my partner's suit, and her suit was just good enough. The suit was also just 3-3 enough, and the diamond finesse was just offside enough for us to beat this contract. Anyway, I didn't really know if this would be a push or a pickup, but our teammates managed to get to 5 clubs. They did a great job to get there, and then they made that, so we actually picked up a vulnerable game swing here. So 13, 14, 15, 16 left to go. My partner here opened 1 spade. I bid a no trump, semi-forcing. She rebid 2 clubs. I bid 2 diamonds, which we played Bart here, which is basically a relay to 2 hearts. Then I bid 2 spades, showing around a 10.2 card preference. And now Beth knew that she wanted to be in game, and what she really wanted to do was to bid 3 clubs, but she wasn't sure if it was forcing because we had never discussed it. So she just decided to hope that 4 spades was right. And actually 4 spades looks like quite a good contract when the dummy hits. It looks like if the clubs and the spades break, then you can even afford to lose 2 hearts, and you can afford to sell the opponents a club and just rough 1 club. So on the heart lead, she played the 10, and they won the jack, and they shifted to her stiff ace of diamonds. So now actually she can make 4 spades even with all the bad breaks by playing a heart now and setting up a heart trick. So then, because the hearts are 3-3, the only suit that breaks well, then if a heart trick is set up, then you're going to get 5 spades in your hand, and a heart is 6, and the ace king of clubs is 8. Am I counting right? and the ace of diamonds is 9, and then you can ruff one club with the king of spades, which is going to be your 10th trick here. But Beth took a pretty normal line. She crossed, ruffed a diamond, ruffed club, and planned to draw trumps and then sell a club. But then unfortunately, the bad trump break was an issue for her here. At the other table, they played 3 no trump, and I think they went down an extra trick there, so we picked up 3 imps. So here, this was a fun hand. My partner opened 1 spade, and I had this very nice hand here. So actually, Beth and I play something really weird over 1 spade, which is that we just play regular Jacoby, which like no one does. But it actually works pretty decently for us. So I bid 2 no trump, and she bid 3 spades, which between our 2 balanced extras hands, 3 spades is the better one. So I clearly have a slam drive here, but I went ahead and just bid 4 clubs because I thought it might be better for her to just keycard, because I didn't know about the texture of her hand or anything like that, and also maybe in the future this will help us to get to grand. So I bid 4 clubs and she just keycarded. I showed my key cards. She bid 5 no trump, which confirmed all the keys and asked for further kings. So it's possible that I just have a 7 spade bid directly over the 5 no trump bid. The question is whether I would be put into an ethical situation if I bid 6 clubs and partner bid a slow 6 spades. Because I think that I actually have opposite a partner who's showing the best kind of balanced hand, then I think I have almost a grand drive over the 5 no bid. But I sedately bid 6 clubs, and the screen went over. I was hoping that she would go ahead and bid 6 diamonds, which we agreed prior to playing is that 6 diamonds doesn't really show or ask anything in particular. It just is continuously forward going here. Here, because she could have bid 6 diamonds or 6 hearts, presumably it means she has something in diamonds, I guessed. Anyway, I could see that if she had this king of diamonds, we had a bunch of tricks, no diamond loser. If she had 2 clubs, it would be easy, otherwise it might be on a finesse. So then I went ahead and bid 7 spades. And you'll notice that here, even though I didn't show the trump queen, Beth had 6 spades, so she could count on us having a 10-card fit, and she just played us as if we had it. And luckily the trumps were not queen 10 third offside, so we made a very easy grand. At the other table, I think they had a relay misunderstanding and stopped in 5 spades, so we picked up a bunch of imps here. Actually, I was not really expecting to do so. So then, next board, North opens a club, and my partner overcalled 1 spade, and South bid 2 no trump, which per agreement was for the minors. So I decided that I wanted to raise my partner because I had heart length and ace third of spades, and also we were non-vulnerable, which is the best time to just keep bidding. So I went ahead and bid 3 spades. So now South led the queen of clubs, and against 3 spades, it looks like you might have a spade loser, you might have some heart losers, a diamond loser, and a club loser, hoping that the ace of diamonds is on side. So she ducked the first club, won the second one, and tried a diamond up immediately, presuming her goal was to ruff a diamond in the dummy before drawing trumps. So South skied with the ace and continued a club which was ruffed. Now she crossed in diamonds and led the jack of hearts. And I think that she had enough information to know that both heart honors were on side, so she ran it. Now, of course, when the jack of hearts holds, she could not afford to continue with hearts lest someone get a ruff. So now she decided it was time to draw trumps. So she played a spade to the queen, which North ducked, and now ruffed her diamond, cashed the ace of spades, and now led a heart. And North won the ace, but was only spades and hearts left, so had to play back the queen of hearts to the king, and now Beth got one more trick here for making 3. So very well played. At the other table, they played 3 no trump in the North and went down a couple of tricks. Vulnerable, so I believe we lost 2 imps here. So now this says board 15, but it's the final board. So I opened 2 diamonds multi and North doubled. Partner bid 2 hearts, which we agreed was pass or correct here. And South passed, I corrected to 2 spades, and now North bid 3 diamonds to show a very good hand with diamonds. South Q bid 3 spades, and North bid 3 no trump. And of course South here is on the bottom end of her Q bid range, but I think she was hoping for the best here for partner's hand. So my partner quite reasonably led her own suit. She led the king, which is our power lead. Dummy hit with this trick. I played the 7 to discourage, but also let her know the count. But of course she knew the count when Declare showed out pitching a spade. So now they let a spade up, and I did think on this trick for a little bit. I thought about skying the ace, which I thought might be necessary if partner had some sort of club holding where I needed to lead them through, and this was Declare's 9th trick here. But eventually I decided it was not likely to be the case, so I threw in the 10 of spades, because why not, and Declare won the king. Now she played ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, and when the diamonds were 2-2, she had a way to make her contract now. So she crossed in diamonds, and now she let a club up, and if I had the ace of clubs, her king of clubs would be her 9th trick, and she would make it. Unfortunately, my partner had the ace of clubs. And here, because dummy is completely hearts and clubs, then Beth can see that the defense is not super hard from now. So she played the 10 of clubs back, I think, in case Declare had the jack. She didn't want to just cash the queen of hearts. So when I won the jack, now, of course, I knew partner had the 9 of clubs, and I could see that we could sell the dummy a heart, and then we would have the rest, which is exactly what happened here. So now Declare went down 3. At the other table, our teammates played 5 diamonds, which was also down, but only down 1. So we grabbed a few more imps here for the final set to end 39-11. So it was a very nice start. Not a lot of swings early on, and then a little more fireworks near the end. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.